Hi there, Mark Jabin here, Medical Director for the Haywood County Health Department, and let's talk about this pandemic. Time again for our weekly update, and in this video, the surge continues. When will it peak? And perhaps some early indications for that. So this is being recorded on Sunday morning, and please share this with someone you care about. Across the country now, 46 of the 50 states in the red. Our neighboring states, all three now in the red, Georgia now back in the red, joining Tennessee, which has gotten even worse again this week, up to 75, and South Carolina down a bit, but still in the red. And notice Western North Carolina still surrounded by red areas on all sides. North Carolina moves a little further into the red this week, and note now that 99 of the 100 counties are now in either red or orange. 83 of those 99 are in the red. Here's the curve of new daily cases in North Carolina. And looking at Western North Carolina, and remember, below 10 per 100,000 on a 7-day rolling average of new daily cases is our aim. For Haywood County, that translates to about 6 new cases average each day. And you'll notice in the parentheses the actual number of new cases on average. And note that Haywood County now with the highest rate of new cases in Western North Carolina at 26 new cases a day. Compared with last week, you'll notice there are now no counties in Western North Carolina in the yellow or the green. Jackson and Henderson into the red zone this week, Buncombe just on the cusp of being red zone. And Transylvania, Macon, Clay, and Graham now all in the orange. The test positive rate, and you recall that below 5% is the goal here. North Carolina up to 10.7% this week. Haywood County at 10.5%. And in Haywood County now, the total cases for the pandemic are 1,346. That's an increase of 140 over the past week. And you can see that the exponential nature of the curve is pretty clear now. And this includes outbreaks at 5 long-term care facilities. But interestingly, only 30% of the new cases over the past 2 weeks are related to a long-term care facility. 70% are community spread. And this includes several places on the verge of qualifying as clusters. The COVID working number pushing an all-time high, and that is with anywhere from 10 to 30 people each day coming off the list. You'll notice a little bit of a decline before an incline there. And that was because of a large number of people coming off quarantine over the Thanksgiving weekend, which was Thursday all the way through till Monday. And you'll notice that with anywhere from 10 to 30 people each day coming off the list, the new additions are more than enough to exceed that, and thus the number keeps going up. The number of people who are current active cases is at 213, far higher than any time during the pandemic. And for comparison, 2 weeks ago that number was 94. Hospitalizations are up in Haywood County and across the region. And in Haywood County, 2 more citizens have died related to COVID, now up to 44 for the pandemic, which gives us a mortality rate in Haywood County of 3.2%. And I'll remind you that the mortality rate for flu, around 0.1%. So this is all quite discouraging, but consider this. We suspected there would be rolling waves of surges. And if you look around the world and the US, each surge, no matter where, peaks, levels, and comes down. A case in point is North Dakota, a state I've used often for some perspective. And for comparison, on November 6th, Haywood County was at 16. Now, a month later, we have surged far higher, and North Dakota has come down. Not as low as they would like, but a significant decline. So if we follow that curve, a month behind their experience, could we now be at our peak? Here's another possible indicator. The percent of those quarantined who subsequently turned positive. It was around 8% for several weeks, got as high as 17% a few weeks ago when we saw our surge really take off. Most recently, it is at 4%. We'll just have to see if this metric is giving us a heads up about the future. So keep at it. Remember, our next step is to get our new cases down by December 15th in anticipation of the next holiday period. If we can get that down low enough, then any surge that comes from that won't go as high and leaves us in a better position after the holidays to get back down to a more sustainable level. And remember, what you do matters, Act in a way that protects those you care about and everyone else, yourself included. So be well and be careful, especially right now.